Okay, today we are parked at a casino on the Mississippi side of the Mississippi River. We came over here like really early this morning, late last night, and parked and took grain to Hampton. And then today we saw that under the Mississippi River Bridge there were a bunch of volunteer like soybeans had been planted, but they hadn't been harvested, and they're just like in the weeds and everything, and it was like there was a couple rows somehow got planted there, and so we went and harvested those and packed them into rice sacks. So what we're doing is we're under the Mississippi River Bridge and we're harvesting some leftover soybeans, and we're going to make Akha sour soy cake. Really good. So this is the soybean crew. The soybean crew probably got about 40 pounds of soybeans, and we'll dry them and then shell them, and we'll make soy cake, fermented soy cake, Akha style. Yeah, this is the work crew, such as it is. Yep, soybean. Okay, so now they're processing soybeans. You see we got a bag here, we got a bag there, we got a bag there, and we got two big bundles underneath the bus. And they're shelling soybeans now. And then you ajijon to ichu bulala sabye no mala. So then you're going to boil it, and then let it go sour, and then chop it up with a knife, and a couple different things we'll show you. And then you roll it up in leaves, and you pack it down in some rice somewhere and let it get the moisture pulled out of it, and let it go sour. And that's how you make sour Akha rice soybean cake. It's really good. Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. Michu and the kids saw these volunteer soybeans under the Mississippi River Bridge, so they were out there yesterday harvesting them, and there's a bunch more they're going to get today, and they're going to make a fermented soy cake out of it. So it's pretty interesting. They had a tarp spread out there, going to beat the beans out of the pods today. So this is our stewed soybeans. We're going to put them on the plastic over there and beat the beans out of them. And so this is how you flail the soybeans, if you will. And the soybeans all drop down to the bottom. So here we're at the Buck Seed Company, and the kids are doing a little bit of seed bucking of their own. And the seeds fall down to the bottom. Yes, I like it. Nice, submissive Asian women. You should get after you with that stick, you'll remember it. Yoka John Day. Oh. So then you take the part that's left over and you take it to a pile and you burn it, and the kids pick through and get the half-baked beans out of it for a treat. What you can learn from an Akha woman. And here's our beans down on the bottom. So that's a full bag of soybeans we got. Now you put, there'll be a few bad ones, so you put it in water, and the good ones sink to the bottom and the bad ones float and throw them away. Okay, this is the soybean anu piat in Akha. They've been boiled, they've been put in this plastic so make them go sour, and then later they'll be cut up and made into a paste. But this is stage 2. After you harvest them, Michu yesterday beat them out of the pods. We harvested them under the Mississippi River Bridge at Helena, and they'll be here 3 days in this bag, and then we'll cut it up into a paste. Okay. Okay, this is more of our soy cake recipe, and the deal is that the more of this like mushroom fungus that you have growing in it, the better the ferment. So that's not a bad thing. You can see right here this white stuff, it gets sticky and it's growing in between. You want that. Like see, here's a lot of it down below, mushrooms we call it. It's mold, and that's what you want. And then we're gonna chop it all up. Okay, I'm gonna chop this up with a knife into a paste.
No, do mom.
I suppose you can grind this too. There's a lot of it to do. This is just a little bit, and we got a whole nice and sticky. We have a whole box there of this stuff to do, about 10 pounds. Smells fermented. Mushroom yo neutral ti di mo la. Kodo yo na ja ti di mo la. Betty's stringing the fish. They've been salted and split open. And here's the tofu cake again. This has been done one time. And there's still a lot more to do. Okay, so what did you put in this already? Sapi, sado, ajidansi. Okay, so she put chili pepper and salt and ginger. And you can use ginger powder, but it's better to use fresh ginger. In this case, we couldn't get our hands on any fresh ginger here in Mississippi, where we're at, so we just put ginger powder. Okay, now these are the tofu cakes. And you dry them in the sun, and you can cook them up or eat them as they are later. Here's how you make the cakes.
Yeah.
These are chili pepper, ginger, and soy patties that we made, drying in the sun now, and then we store them. For the soybean cake recipe, I want to show you that here's the soy cake buried in the oats. That's where you put it to let it cure, and we'll keep it in there for a couple months and let it cure up, and then it makes a really good soy cake. And that's part of our soy processing. How you doing?
Fine.
Fine? Long day. Yep. You worked really hard, didn't you? What'd you do today? Come here, sit down, let's talk. Everybody else gone to bed. Let's you and me talk, huh? You did, what did you do today? What did you? You worked on the deer meat?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, isn't it? But it tastes good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You just had some ribs? Alright. You gonna go to bed here pretty soon?
Yeah.
You want to get anything to eat? Peanut butter sandwich? Something to eat? Tomorrow I'm going to try to go get some more canned fruit or something. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. You look pretty tired. Why don't you go to bed, okay?
Okay.
This is the tofu cake. The soy cake that we've been aging for a while here, and I'm going to taste just a sample of it. Pretty good. Has a little bit of a yeasty flavor, you know. Surprisingly, it has a bit of an apple flavor to it, but not bad at all. We gotta be moving out in a couple days here. This is the soy cake that we aged for about a month, and it turned out real nice. Okay, she said that because we're in a cold climate now, that for this to cure, it has to be really warm, you know. It has to be like near your water heater or something, where it stays warm all the time, and because the bus is cold, it's not curing correctly. But we're still going to use it for various cooking things. And anyway, you want to keep this warm so it'll ferment. And right now, because the weather's turned really cold, it's not able to ferment properly. But this is the final stage, and so you've seen all the process in what you need to do. She says it's the only thing it turned into was ice. So it won't ferment properly. So.